Have you ever wondered why life feels like a roller coaster of emotions, constantly shifting between joy and sorrow, satisfaction and disappointment? What if I told you that there's a deeper truth beneath these experiences? A truth that has been guiding wise souls for millennia? Today, we're going to explore the very heart of Buddhist wisdom, the 3 marks of existence. These profound teachings not only unravel the mysteries of life, but also offer a path to peace and understanding in our everyday struggles. Stay with me, because what you'll discover today might just change how you see the world. In Buddhism, the 3 marks of existence are considered fundamental truths that describe the nature of reality. They are Anicca, impermanence, Dukkha, suffering, and Anatta, non-self. These concepts might sound abstract or distant at first, but let's break them down into something tangible, something you can relate to in your daily life. Let's start with Anicca, or impermanence. Imagine a beautiful cherry blossom tree in full bloom. The flowers are delicate, vibrant, and breathtaking, but as we all know, they won't last forever. Within a few days or weeks, the petals begin to fall, and soon the tree is bare. This is the essence of impermanence. Everything in life is in a constant state of change. Nothing remains the same, no matter how much we wish it could. Now, think about how often we cling to moments, people, or things, hoping they'll stay just as they are. Maybe it's a relationship you want to last forever, or a moment of happiness you wish could freeze in time. But life doesn't work that way, does it? The sooner we understand and accept that change is inevitable, the more we can appreciate the present without fear of losing it. This is the wisdom of impermanence, an invitation to live fully in the moment, knowing that each experience, whether good or bad, is fleeting. Next, we have dukkha, often translated as suffering, but it's more nuanced than that. Dukkha refers to the inherent unsatisfactoriness of life. It's that feeling of discontent we experience when things don't go our way, or even when they do, but not for long enough. It's like chasing a shadow. Just when you think you've caught it, it slips away. You've probably experienced this many times. Remember that feeling of excitement when you achieved something you worked so hard for? Maybe it was a promotion at work or buying your dream car. But how long did that satisfaction last? A few days? A week? Eventually, that sense of fulfillment fades, and you find yourself wanting something else, something more. This is dukkha in action, the perpetual cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. But here's the thing. Recognizing dukkha isn't about becoming pessimistic or giving up on happiness. Instead, it's about understanding that our suffering often comes from clinging to the idea that life should always be pleasurable, always be perfect. When we let go of this unrealistic expectation, we open ourselves to a deeper kind of contentment, one that isn't dependent on external circumstances. And finally, we come to anatta, or non-self. This is perhaps the most challenging of the 3 marks to grasp, but it's also the most liberating. The idea of non-self suggests that there is no permanent, unchanging I or me at the core of our being. What we think of as our identity, our thoughts, emotions, and personality traits, is actually a collection of ever-changing experiences and perceptions. Consider this. You're not the same person you were 5 years ago or even yesterday. Your thoughts, feelings, and even your body have changed over time. Anatta teaches us that clinging to a fixed sense of self is like trying to hold on to water. It slips through your fingers no matter how hard you try. This might seem unsettling at first, but it's actually a source of great freedom. When we stop identifying so rigidly with our thoughts, our successes, or our failures, we can begin to experience life with more openness and fluidity. we become less attached to our ego and more in tune with the flow of existence. So, what do these 3 marks of existence mean for you? Here and now? They're not just ancient philosophical concepts. They're a practical guide to navigating the ups and downs of life. Let's dig a little deeper into how this can transform your everyday experience. By understanding Anicca, or impermanence, you learn to cherish the present without fear. Imagine living each moment fully, knowing that both joy and sorrow are fleeting. Instead of fearing change, you begin to see it as a natural part of life, a part that makes every moment unique and precious. You stop trying to hold on to things that are bound to change, and in doing so, you free yourself from unnecessary worry and stress. When you recognize dukkha, you stop chasing after fleeting pleasures and start finding peace within. Think about how often we get caught in the cycle of wanting more success, more love, more happiness, only to find that these things never truly satisfy us. Understanding dukkha helps you break this cycle. It's like realizing that the happiness you've been searching for isn't out there in the next achievement or possession, but right here in the simple acceptance of life as it is. And by embracing anatta, you let go of the burden of ego and discover the freedom to be whoever you are in this moment. How often do we define ourselves by our past, our roles, or our achievements? But what if you could let go of those labels and just be? Imagine the freedom of not being tied down by a rigid sense of self, of being open to change and growth, and of embracing the fluid nature of your existence. Anatta isn't about losing yourself. It's about finding the true essence of who you are, a dynamic, ever-changing being who is deeply interconnected with the world around you. Life is like a river, constantly flowing and changing. Instead of fighting the current, what if you learned to flow with it? What if you could find peace, not in the absence of change, but in the very heart of it? As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question. How might your life change if you truly embraced these 3 marks of existence? What if, instead of resisting change, you welcomed it? If this resonates with you, I invite you to explore more on this journey with us. Check out the next video on how understanding impermanence can transform your approach to relationships. Thank you for watching, and remember, life is a journey, not a destination. Let's continue this journey together.